Hi, my name is Pulkit, and this video will give you a short overview of the Chameleon interface to build product tools that guide and delight your users. What we'll cover is how to access and navigate the editor, components of a product tool, step configuration options, and how these differ to the tool overall, and how you can learn more. So let's begin. To start, you'll log into the Chameleon website at trychameleon.com. Once you've logged in, you can head over to the Setup view, and here you can download the Chrome extension. If you have the Chrome extension, simply navigate to your site and then open the extension and hit Show Editor. This will show you the Chameleon editor on your site locally. Once you've installed the Chameleon code snippet, you won't need to do this. I'll now go over to a dummy application where I'll go over the navigation of the editor. So in this, the editor can be opened and closed with this green tab. So if you're not using it, you can just close it away. When it's open, you have the ability to see the list of tools you've created, options around enabling a self-serve widget, which shows a menu of tools to users to take at will, managing your target audiences that you want to show tools to, setting your styling for your tools, and also account settings. In this, for example, you can turn on test mode. This will give you a live demonstration of what tools are currently on your application and how they behave. It will take you away from administration mode into test mode. And also integrations. With integrations, you can send data to your analytics tools, but also pull data in from other products. Let's go into the tool and see what the components of a tool are. When I click into this, there are a few different things that I see. The first is I can define a goal. This can be an event beyond the end of the tour that assesses whether the tour was successfully completed. So for example, if for an onboarding tour I actually want a user to set a profile picture, I can set that as the goal for this tour. And then I can measure of the people that started the tour, how many went on to actually complete that goal. I can add steps to the tour. This is the basic building block of what a user sees. And this can be one step or multiple steps. A one-step tool might be a single notification or announcement, whereas a multi-step tool could be a more interactive walkthrough through a workflow or a feature. I can set the target audience, which is one of the most powerful aspects of Chameleon. I can show the tool to a specific subset of my users based on who it's relevant for. This can be based on who they are, what they've done, including which tools they've engaged with, and I can also use data from other integrations like Intercom, Mixpanel, and HubSpot to set this audience. Once I've built my steps and set my target audience, I can review and activate my tool. Once I activate it, it'll be available live for all users of my website. In addition, I can add the tool to the self-serve widget or use a permalink to share it manually. This can be helpful if I'm sharing it through a help article or in an email or blog post or something. When users click that permalink, they'll be taken to the first page of your tool and the tool will begin for them. So these are the components of a tool. I'll now go in and talk about what I can configure within a step. So what I'll do is I'll start by creating a new step. Initially, I head to the website or the URL where I want the step to show and hit confirm. You'll notice that there is a submenu here that consists of trigger, focus, content, and interact. The trigger section is about when the step should show. Here I set either the page URL or the page URL and another specific element which should be present for the step to show, and any user actions that are required. It can either be immediate or on click, hover, or after delay. In addition, I can decide where on the page the step is placed. So the focus can be relative to screen and place center or top left or bottom right, center, etc. Or it can be snapped to an element. For example, if I want it adjacent to one of these items. I also have further placement options in this instance. I can highlight element on a page by adding a lightbox or a hotspot, and then I can configure each of these further if I would like. This is a way to subtly indicate the element that I want a user to focus on. Once I've got the step in the right place on the right page, I can add content types, including media such as videos or images, or a progress indicator, etc. I can also go ahead and start typing directly in here. And I can also format parts of my text using Markdown. I can change the width and color and other formatting options of the step. Finally, I can decide how the user should be interacting with this step. I already have a button here, and by clicking it simply I can change the copy on this, and also set whether an additional action should be launched when a user clicks this. By default, the user won't see the next step, but they can also be redirected to a different page, or a click can be fired on any element on the page, etc. I can also use my Chameleon integration add-ons here, for example, launching Calendly to schedule a meeting or a webinar, or the Intercom Messenger chat window, or a survey with Typeform. In addition to that button, I can also require or allow the user to click a specific element to proceed to the next step. For example, I may not want the button, but I may want the user to click the menu item, and if they click that, only then will they see the next step. I can also have a previous button and also choose whether to allow the user to be able to dismiss this step or not. If I do have the dismiss cross, I can again click on it for further configurations. So that is the overview of the different configuration options for a step. Once I'm satisfied, I can turn on preview on this right hand side, and this will show me how the step will behave. If I want to edit it, I can simply turn preview off and begin editing again. Once I've completed editing, I can head back to the tool and proceed to go ahead and publish my tool. That's the overview of how to build steps and configure my product tool. For further information, I can simply go to the Chameleon blog, where there's a lot of examples and guidance around user psychology and best practices, or also head over to the Chameleon Help Center at help.trychameleon.com. Here I'll find lots of information around how to use different components of the Chameleon functionality, as well as help around setup. If you have further questions, you can also just send us a message through this chat widget right here, and we'll do our best to respond as quickly as possible. Let us know any feedback you have, and we really look forward to you building excellent product tools that help your users succeed. Thanks for now.